Oh my, it's Kellee White.
Hey, it's James here in Praagh.
What are you up to?
Thinking about changing the world.
Me too. We should do a show together.
What would it be about?
Let me show you.
The James and Kellee Show.
That's the cutest thing.
It just cracks me up. It's just
I like that. Whee!
it brings back to nursery school or something. What's up and settled in child? We have to go back and do this. I like a swing set in my backyard when swinging. Okay, what your childhood was that? Realize
Oh, fun. It's so fun.
we have to have fun. It's really to show fun, and we do have fun. You and I have a lot of fun.
Oh.
And you have to have fun when you deal with life and death, and in between.
Yes.
And you have
Well,
to have joy.
it's really funny. It's when people always ask, do mediums go out and have a good time? And do mediums, are they totally serious? Don't you get asked that all the time?
All the time. And do we all
Yeah.
know each other? That's another one. Do we know each other?
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, we laugh all the time.
We laugh all the time. I mean, yeah, we're the closest we've been to mediums, and you and I. But I don't talk to a lot of other mediums. I just don't. We're just so busy in our own worlds,
Yeah.
and now because of COVID, we're separated, of course, into countries too. But not really. I mean, a lot of mediums just work on their own and do their own thing. I
Yeah.
find.
That's and same with therapists, too. They tend to work on them by themselves, too.
I mean, we've been blessed to be together. I mean, we're blessed to be together, and it's just great.
Totally, totally. And we have the greatest topic tonight.
Yeah.
Dreams. Oh, we want to hear all about your dreams.
Dreams.
Is that a
So many
great song?
people, it's a great song. So many people every day when I'm working, whether it's on Zoom calls or in workshops on Zoom, it's dreams are a big topic for every single person.
Yeah,
So
dreams are amazing because they're huge in the work I do also as a therapist and as a medium because I want to know what's going on inside under the hood. I really want to know. And so many dreams, people will have a dream and they'll be afraid. Oh no, they're so terrified. And I'll say something very simple. No, it's actually a positive dream and it
Kelly,
changes everything.
what would you say the simple definition of a dream is? What would you say a definition of a
A
dream?
definition of a dream, it's when you're asleep in REM, which is rapid eye movement sleep. It's your unconscious coming out. It's your unconscious, or sometimes it's your subconscious, depending on how deep something is either hidden from us. And it's something that we want to know. It's a part of your psyche, according to Jung, that you really want to know answers for, you really want to know about, or something you need to work through. Sometimes people believe that dreams are actually therapy at night.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's
Isn't
a
that
good way.
interesting way to put it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And always, whenever you have a dream, make sure that you keep a dream journal. But one of the things
Always.
that's really always keep a dream journal. But one of the things that's really important is how did you feel in the dream? Were you scared? Were you anxious? Were you happy? Did it bring you joy? All of these things are important when we interpret dreams.
And
Is
there's
how
different
you
types
feel.
of dreams, like lucid dreaming, yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's talk about
Let's
that.
talk about the different types of dreams.
So many types of dreams that we have. I mean, some people have. Oh, one person wrote to me, and that was a great question. She said, and this is Ardelia in Australia. So, hi,
Okay.
Ardelia. She said to me that she always has dreams within a dream.
Oh,
So, I
that's
really
great.
kind of wanted to address that. A
That's great.
dream within a dream, or analyzing a dream. Have you ever had that, James, where
Yes,
you have
I'm
a
an
dream and you're
analyzer dream.
analyzing a dream? You're highly evolved when you start to do this. You're really evolved in the dream world. You've done your psyche is really trying to interpret something for you. And if you are dreaming within a dream, it's a hybrid actually of a combination of a rapid eye movement dream, so normal dream, and awakened state. So it's a part of your frontal cortex that somehow wakes up while you're having a dream that makes you think you're having a dream. It's
So I
very,
should be
very
aware
interesting.
of it.
You have to be aware of it. Yeah, it's really, really interesting. And the same thing when you are analyzing a dream. There's a part of your frontal cortex with reasoning that is awake. So it really means you're a pretty advanced dreamer when you
Wow.
start doing like that. James, did you know that everybody dreams? I don't care what anybody says. You dream 3 to 5 dreams a night. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there going, Kellee, I don't dream. I never dream.
They don't remember the dream, but they do
Don't.
dream.
They do dream and you don't remember. And another interesting fact, 12% of people have dreams in black and white.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Do you
I,
know what causes that?
no.
It's interesting. They're not overly emotional.
Well, that makes sense.
All right.
Hello.
If
That
you're
makes a
not
lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense. So that was a
Wow.
fascinating one.
I've heard also that before you go to sleep at night, your dream can really relate to what you're doing, but right before you go to sleep, what's on your mind.
Oh
And
yeah.
I find that to be true. And be very careful with what you're watching on television, what you're reading before you go to sleep. I find that I put myself to sleep with flowers. Like I'll try a picture in my garden and a purple and an orange, or I'm decorating something. I'll try to visualize the colors. And I used to have the best sleep and the best dreams when it's like with the colors before I sleep.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It's sleep hygiene is
Sleep
what it is.
hygiene.
And you really want to make sure like you don't put your phone anywhere near you. I'm talking to you, Don. And
Electromagnetic fields
exactly.
can affect
And
the
you
dream state
and you
and our
don't
energetic body for sure.
Absolutely. So you want to keep that. You want to have maybe a nice cup of decaf tea or something soothing. You want to maybe take a shower or bath before you go to bed. Anything to keep you in a calm state. I read a spiritual book usually before I go to bed, even if it's just 2 pages, and it just puts me in a zone. It puts me in a zone, and I'm ready to go right to sleep. And I wake up very refreshed actually. And
Yeah.
my dreams are really quite interesting because I also solve problems in my dreams.
Really.
Have you ever done that one?
This is actually I used to when I was writing my books and when I still write things or when I'm having a situation going, how can I end this chapter? What can I do here with this? And I get stuck on something. A writer's block. I go to sleep at night and say in my dream, I want to come up with a resolution. And the next morning, I go right to my computer and start writing. I got it.
So true. So
Yeah.
true. That's a big one.
And there's so many different types of dreams, aren't
Oh my gosh. Well, let's talk about there's
there? Yeah.
lucid dreams. So a lucid dream, everybody, that is actually where you are conscious during a dream. To me, a lucid dream, and I've had many, I'm actually having that experience. I'm so
Mm.
conscious that I'm having that experience. And not everybody, 55% of the population have had that. Not everybody has had a lucid
Really?
dream.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. I've had a lot of lucid dreams. There are periods where I have more than others. There are sometimes I will not remember a dream or go have lucid dreaming in several months, but then when I have them, I really have them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And let's talk about this one. There are prophetic dreams. Tell me, what do you think about that when you have a dream where
A lot of
something
people
is going to
do.
happen? Have you had this?
I have had them, and I've had a lot of people I know, students of mine have had them, clients have had the prophetic dreams where they dream the future because they see what's going to happen beforehand. I think a lot of us do have prophetic dreams, and some level we remember it, but maybe not clearly until it happens. So for me, I think part of that is we leave this body at night, we go to the spirit world, we go to that level of existence on the other side, and we look sometimes at what's going to happen in the future and we see the
Ah,
event that's going to happen, or we prepare for that event, if you will, or go to school for that event that's going to happen. And we get this waking, see the conscious body, and then as time goes by, and that event happens, we're like, oh, I knew this. I knew this was going to happen, or I dreamt this, or this was deja vu. So I think
yeah,
deja vu is partly that as well. You've seen it before it happens. And prophetic
yeah.
dream bullets, I knew when the space shuttle was going to blow up. I had a dream about that.
You
It's
did.
2 days before it happened. Yeah. And then I was
Wow.
that morning of also I had an insight about it, and that was before I was doing mediumship, so
Wow. I
it's just
had
starting out.
about 6 months before Hurricane Katrina, I had a dream that a hand of God came to me in this dream and showed me a map that had Louisiana and Alabama wiped off the map,
Wow.
and it was covered in water. And my mother at the time, I said, "Mom, what do I do with this information?" She said, "Well, just write it down." So anybody out there that has any of these kind of dreams that you're not sure really what they are, in this case, I knew it wasn't emotional. Whenever you dream about water, it's emotion.
Water's emotion, right?
Water's emotion,
And
but
teeth
this
is what? What is teeth?
teeth
Security?
is anger.
Teeth is anger. Interesting.
Anger. So if you have a dream where your teeth fall out, what are you pissed off about? And if you
Yeah.
have a dream about water, like this giant tidal wave, people will say, "Oh, Kelly, I'm so afraid. I had this giant tidal wave." I said, "Well, let's talk about that emotion. What are you afraid of? Something that is going to overcome you, overtake you?" If you dream you're in ice, that's frozen emotion.
Oh, wow.
And if you
Wow.
dream that you're in deep in water and you can't get out, and it's all emotion. All has to do with emotion,
And
water.
what about nightmares or night terror?
So
Those disturbing
nightmares
terror.
could be, that you're really trying to work something out. It all depends on the nightmare. If you're having, let's say you're being chased by somebody, what is going on in your life? Are you in a bad relationship? What are you, did a parent, something happen with a parent, or did something happen along the way here? Usually in a nightmare, it's something that you have to work through.
Or it could be something from your past which hasn't been dealt
Yeah,
from a long time ago that you're looking at now.
absolutely.
And also, I think people have told me that when a sleep specialist, before you go to bed at night, watch out what you take medication-wise, what you eat before you go, and
Mhm.
again, not watching anything scary or reading anything scary, and sleep deprivation. It's like can cause that as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also, yeah,
That is
um,
very true. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
yeah,
I didn't even think about sleep deprivation, but that's a
sleep
big one
deprivation,
too,
yeah.
because that would
And,
cause odd ones.
and what would you say what would you say that why people have dreams about death or dying or physical violence?
Oh, it
The
could be
endings
that
of things?
endings. I was just going to
And
say you're ready to make a change,
yeah,
or you are, yeah, it's some sort of a big change is
and
really usually what it is.
and the number one way also that's, 'cause a dreaming also various level of consciousness, and we go to
Hmm.
different levels of consciousness. So the
Hmm.
dream, I assume the dream with that level of consciousness would affect the dream that you're having as well.
Oh, you bet. You
Okay.
bet. I mean, if it's really, really unconscious, then we'd have to really work through it.
And
There's, oh, go ahead.
let's just say there's 7 levels of consciousness, and people should realize there are different levels of conscious, and within those 7 layers are other layers as well. It's just like in the spirit realm, there are many, many realms over there. They say
Yes.
7 main realms, but within them, there are minor realms as well. The same thing with consciousness. I don't think we just can say it's a straight this and that. It's different
It's
levels.
not, it's different levels because then
Yeah.
there's the subconscious. I mean, you could just keep going. You're
Super
not sure
subconscious. Super.
where it's going to be. There's when you work with a classically trained homeopath, so homeopaths work with vital life force, and a homeopath views when you have a dream that you are every part of that dream. So sometimes
Mm,
when I go to analyze a dream, they'll say, "Oh, I had, a dream of this person was in it and that person." In actuality, they are that person. You are every part of your dream,
it's
which is
true.
really an interesting way to view a dream.
And a friend of mine's a psychologist, and she talks about the different people that she has, different characters, she calls them. And who is
Mhm.
your character showing up today? That we all have these different characters that are shown. It's
I
very
like
interesting.
that. I
Yeah.
like that.
That's your friend Cindy from Chicago.
Oh,
Yes.
very well. There would be a lot of characters there.
There you go. And and then a lot of people wonder about spirit and dreams, and I always
Yeah,
say the number one way that spirits come is a dream state because we're not
yeah,
in that conscious way of trying to control it. We're free, and just like spirit comes when we least suspect it, like we're taking a shower or reading or driving a car, they can come to our space because we're not trying to control it. So many times, the number one way they come is a dream state, and many times it'll feel more like a visitation, which it is.
yeah.
It's really I call it crossing over because you're crossing over the side, and your conscious mind is remembering this. And
Mhm.
I had an experience once with a friend of mine who had passed over, and he used to come every summer in LA and spend it with me. He was a teacher in Florida, and we had the greatest time during the summers. And he passed, and I would always wanted to come in. He never came in. Then when I was least expecting, I had a dream of him, and it was like 9 o'clock in the morning in this dream, and he making tea for me like he used to do, and opened up the cabinet, and there were the labels of the tea and the cups and everything, just like it was. And spirit can create that environment for you,
Yeah.
that you're still with them, that they want you know you're still there. And we have that. They're more vivid in dreams, and they want us to know they're okay. There was one weird dream, and a lot of people have had these types of dreams, I'm sure, when they call in, where my mother, and I'm a medium, I know life goes on, but my mother was in the coffin, and it was just the funniest thing. And I'm looking at the coffin, and she's going up and down like a jack in the box. Like, now what does that mean? It means that she's not in that box. She's alive. She's still alive. Like, weird,
She must have a
weird.
great sense of humor.
And she has a great sense of humor. She does. She does.
Oh my
So
gosh. I've had a couple of dreams where ex-boyfriends have come to me to tell me that they've passed. And I'll never forget it. And they've said, no, I passed. And I said, well, how did you pass? And they told me I died of cancer and this happened. And I said, well, why are you here? And they said, because I want to apologize to you. I didn't treat you well.
I had that with Sylvia Brown. She came back in a dream. Well, it was a dream, was kind of visitation because I was folding my underwear in the laundry room. Of all time, she's coming in to sit, and she said, "I apologize for Sylvia Brown." Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, James. Yeah, that was interesting. But I had another really interesting. This has been going on. I told you about this one. This is a funny, interesting one. I moved to San Diego 5 years ago from Laguna Beach, and let's see. Asian woman and her husband, a white man, bought the house. I never met them. I had two little girls. And I guess maybe I was traveling or something, but Brian closed the house. I didn't really get a chance, I guess, to say goodbye to the house, but I still have dreams that I'm still in that Laguna property. And I'm there for the weekend. I'm with some friends. I think you might have been one. And we're packing up. I want to say, we have to get everything done before they get here. Even though the house still belonged to me, I have to get my stuff out of there before they come in. And that happened, and it's very weird, but I guess it's because I never.
Well, that's because you didn't get to process it because
Yeah.
you were traveling when you moved. I remember.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
I mean, you were traveling, and Brian was doing it. And if you have a dream about your old house, there's something you're still processing.
Yeah, childhood dreams about your childhood house.
Oh.
I know Dad had one of my childhood house, and I could tell you everything that was. I remember like it was yesterday. The house has been torn down, but I know that house so well. And yeah, that's your childhood when you have dreams like that.
And then in that dream, James, that you had, were you happy? What was the emotion?
It was it's observing, observation.
Okay.
It was just observing, and really that was it. That I still have that connection, I guess. To that.
Yeah. Oh, people have that. It's interesting. Mike Kennelly says here, I have a reoccurring dream where I am a bloody sword battle in Ireland, which I kill many men, but the last part I have a fatal blow to my skull and fall near a creek and see my reflection in the water as I die. Then I wake up usually in a cold sweat. Well, Mike, I would say that's past life, wouldn't you, James?
I would definitely say that's a past life.
Definitely.
Totally. So in that state, the dream journal, I write down the exact dream and then see what commonalities you have in this life. That still those commonalities that exist in this life that exist in that life. Even the emotions, how they cross over to this lifetime.
Yes.
Because we tend to repeat those experiences. Even the way we were can identify ourselves. So you might be somebody who's like a soldier, but in this lifetime you might feel like a soldier or taking care of people, doing the right thing, standing up for what's right. Yeah, so that's very interesting. And you can listen. One of the ways you can do past life regression is dream state. I've had many of them in a dream state. So you can ask, where you go sleep at, show me a dream, show me a past life, show me a past life experience, show me this, and you'll have it.
Great idea.
You'll have
You're
it.
right.
Yeah.
So Rachel Santos says, my whole life, my most vivid and meaningful dreams occur between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. every day, no matter what. Is there some reason for this? Yes, Rachel. It's because that's how you will remember. That's how you'll remember. Your REM sleep may be at that time, but that's because you programmed yourself so you would remember.
Mine
great question.
4 to 7 in the morning is my strongest sleep.
Mine too, James. 4 to 7. Yeah, so true. It's so true.
Let's take more comments.
Let's take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gail Elizabeth Luciano says, my mom died when I was 24. I'm 66 now. I dream I find out she's still alive, but doesn't want to see me. Oh, Gail. So, that's not uncommon, not an uncommon dream that you're wanting her to be alive. I mean, you're having that dream with her. Did you feel neglected, or that when she left you, that she did that intentionally, or that she had to go, that she doesn't want to see you?
And I get that Gail is full of a little bit of regret, and that's
regret,
why. Regret. I find she's still alive, doesn't want to see me. I think that's you, Gail, putting that in there, because I think there's some regret about that. Things you could have done, should have done, would have done, and you shouldn't do that to yourself. That's us doing that to ourselves. Don't do that. She says, mother doesn't want that.
Yeah, no. Sure. Let's see.
I'm up in South Australia. Well, hello.
Yeah. Let's see. I dream I'm mad at my mom in my dreams. Karen Benedetti Roberts. Well,
is mother still alive? I hope. I mean, I don't know, but if she is alive, then that's something for you to look at and resolve with your mother.
Yeah.
And even if she's passed over, you should have a conversation with your mom. And maybe there's
Yeah.
some stuff in the subconscious that still you're holding on to that you have to let
Oh,
release.
absolutely.
Because that'll affect your waking state, won't it, Kelly? It'll affect your everyday life. Holding on to
Yes.
that negativity or that upset will definitely
Hmm.
spill into your everyday life. You don't want that,
Oh,
right?
sure it was. Let's see. Do you think we can dream of ourselves living in a different timeline? That's from Gail Jean. Yeah,
Exactly like we just talked about,
absolutely.
past lives or future lives, because there is no
Hmm.
time, but you certainly can. I've dreamt of both future and past. And I've dreamt
Oh,
of people that were in my soul groups too. It's
oh,
interesting.
wow. Wow.
Yeah, I've
So
heard people that were in other groups.
Rachel at Sudemeyer is asking about flying dreams. And flying dreams are really freedom dreams. It's a great, it's your freedom. You're flying. It's perfect. And in and out of electoral lines and very nimble and stealth. Flying, what does that mean? It actually means freedom. It's the greatest thing. Have you ever had a flying dream, James?
Well, Kelly, I've had a lot, not anymore, but I've had a lot of dreams in the past because I haven't worked this past year out. So I haven't traveled as everyone else hasn't. But I used to have dreams all the time about not catching a plane on time, or not being at the gate on time, or
Okay.
not, all the time I had those dreams. What
Well,
is
and
that?
that dream is anxiety, just
Anxiety.
real anxiety about. I mean, you traveled all the time. You
I
were
did.
worried about it. We'd
Yeah.
have to hurry and get there, and you were running, and it was always a lot.
Yeah.
That's a big one. So, let's see. Oh, Kathy Wallen says I had a dream that someone was showing me the number 6666 and said that includes my entire family. What does this mean? Well, 6 actually is a baseline for balance here, and it doesn't mean what you might think. 666 actually doesn't have has a bad rap, but it doesn't mean a bad thing. But maybe since you said it's about your entire family, 6s mean family and balance. So
Maybe
maybe it
balance
means
in the family.
exactly. Oh, falling in your dreams. FV says, what does falling in your dreams mean? That is a great one. It means you're out of control. It's something you can't control. It's something that you can't control. And it's about suddenly it's feeling overwhelmed. That's what it is. Overwhelmed. So you might be overwhelmed.
And also, if you're in a dream and you feel like you're buried in a dream, it's also that sense of too much going on,
Too
right?
much going on. Absolutely. And if you have a dream, if you ever, that where you're naked in public, yeah,
It's
that's a
common.
big
That's
one.
a common one too. Negative public.
Common one. So it's either you've got some shame that you're dealing with, shame or humiliation or embarrassment, or the opposite. You really want to be seen.
How interesting. Yeah, I wrote down here. I looked this up. Common themes in dreams: falling, being chased,
Oh yeah.
dying, teeth,
Done.
being naked in public, pregnancy, flying, sex, or cheating.
Oh, let's talk about pregnancy for a minute. If you
Yeah,
dream you're pregnant, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a baby. It
it's
always
birthing a
means
new idea, doesn't it?
new
Birthing a new
idea.
idea.
You're
Yeah,
birthing something new. I've
yeah.
had women say, "Oh no," I said, Don't worry. It's not about that." Yeah, Cynthia says, what do teeth falling out means?" She said she's had it's like hundreds of teeth falling out. Well, you must be pretty pissed off, is what I would say about
It
something.
means you're angry. Is it that means you're angry? Or I thought it
Yeah,
meant control, or I also thought it meant like
and control. If
control.
teeth
Yeah,
are falling out, if you're so pissed off, something is going
and
on
it's a
here.
control thing as well.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And also, I've heard before teeth also the physical body that you got to pay attention to something in the physical body,
And in
like
fact,
the bone structure.
In fact, it's funny you would say that. If you have a dream about a body part or something, it may be something to really look at.
That's
I mean, we
exactly
get
right.
messages in our dreams.
Symbolic dreams. Let's talk about symbolic dreams because there are so many symbols in dreams as well.
Well, let's start with totems. Let's say you have a dream about a horse. I always say that's your totem, and horses bring freedom. If you have a dream about, believe it or not, a unicorn, that would be something that's really creative. That's something mystical that would happen. But you get totems in your dream. So anytime you have a dream that is, you have some animal in there, immediately go to the Google what that totem means. I don't care if you dream about a tiger, if you dream about a lion or a bear,
A lizard, or an
a
insect,
lizard,
butterfly.
butterfly.
Yeah.
Make sure you look that up because that really will be giving you a message. It's a great way to get a message is from a
And
lucid
again,
dream.
put that in your journal so you have a reference going on.
I have a whole book of dreams that I've had, James, of every animal. It's so funny. I've had so many different dreams with animals.
Wow. And I'll never forget, we mentioned this once before, but it's worth repeating. When Kellee came to my house to visit me,
Oh.
it was just incredible because we're sitting in the back. Brian had brought out a glass of water for you, myself, my roommate, Ken. And Brian had left, went back to the kitchen, and the three of us just happened to look up at the same time, and there was a hawk flying over us. And a sparrow came out of its mouth and flew the other way. And we were like, "Oh!" And he said, "Totem, totem."
I mean,
At the hawk, now psych, change is happening. And it happened.
it was freedom.
That was great.
So,
and then we were going on a trip after that too. So
that's right. That's right. So Cynthia La Leona says, "Can dreams be premonitions?" Absolutely.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
She says that she has dreams that give warnings. Absolutely.
And if you get, like I said, program your dreams, you can have premonition dreams as you program it that way for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Should we take some call, Renee?
Yes, please. Oh, sorry.
Yes, we have some callers. Let me see here. Liz, I'm going to bring you into the studio. Liz, you're live now.
Hi,
Please.
beautiful people.
Hi there.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
Thank you, Renee. Hi, James.
Hi.
I just love you guys. It's Lizette. I dream a lot of lucid dreams. I'm in the cosmos. I'm all over. Anyway, last night I had a dream to where it was my mom, and she was slamming her hand on a table, saying, "Turn that damn machine on! Turn that damn machine on!" And I was just like, oh, okay. I woke up, and when I woke up, it was 3:14 a.m. That's her date of birth.
Oh, wow.
Her birthday was March 14th.
Wow.
And then, because I said, before I woke up, and I said, "I hear you, I see you, I feel you, thank you, I love you," and I gave her a kiss.
Wow.
But it was so beautiful. And since I have multiple dreams, and I feel like I journal almost every day.
Good.
How do I know? How do you differentiate between? Well, that was clearly a visit, but a premonition, a past life experience, or future experience. Because sometimes I'm in the cosmos, and sometimes it's just like it's
a great question.
Yeah, you'll know what it feels like from a past life. You write that down. You'll know it's a past life because it's happened in the past. So you'll know that experience. And the future, it might be some landscaping or some place where you don't recognize. That could be the future. And the dream, prophetic dreams, you'll know because that'll happen. The event will actually happen. Yeah. So, next to your journal on the bottom of the dream, make a little code of prophetic dream or future or past and see what happens that way. I think part of our physicalness, our conscious mind, has to write those things down to keep track. And once you feed the subconscious, let the subconscious knows how you're going to be programmed, it'll work with you. I remember when I first started out in my early 20s, wanting to make it big in something in writing and in Los Angeles. And there's a great book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, like a Bible. And in that book, and many of the books about these sorts of things, was programming your subconscious every night to what you want. And I would do that. And I would see myself being a producer. I would see myself with these scripts. And eventually it happened. And I sold scripts. I became a producer. And I really was interesting. I used to have I used to program that. And from the subconscious, it goes into the conscious. That it's like an automatic machine. It just takes you there. So I think it's great. So with your secret night, you can always program it that way. I want to see a past life. I want to see a future life. Prophetic. Yeah.
It's a great idea. Thank you, Liz.
Thanks, Liz. Nice talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
Interesting stuff here. Oh, astral traveling. You are literally traveling. A lucid dream is a dream where you are always aware that you're dreaming it. That's true. Astral traveling is you literally are.
Your soul is traveling.
Your
the
soul
body
is busy. Yeah, it's gone out.
Many universes.
Yes. So
we
Renee,
have another person on the line. Her name is Michelle. Michelle, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello. Hi. How are you doing?
Great.
My thing is, my husband passed away July 13th of this year. He was 54. He was on the job and he got electrocuted, and it was really unexpected. And the thing is, when I sleep, it happened to me twice. I was asleep on my side, okay, and I'm like half dreaming, but I'm getting up, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm sleeping on my left shoulder, or on my side, okay, and my right shoulder is up. Somebody poked me hard in the back, really hard, and it happened twice. And I mean, like, I'm in, like, dreamland, but then I'm up, and they poked me really hard, and I turned around like, what? You know, and no one's there.
It's him.
Well, it's your husband. That's your husband. Of course it is.
That happened to me twice.
Well, now it'd be more open to it. It'll happen more often. Seriously.
Yeah.
You know, I guarantee you that he comes to Michelle every night and hugs you. I get like spooning each other at night before you go to sleep. I tell you right now, I know that he does that. I know that he comes to this every night. I think he helps you go to sleep at night. And then you travel together.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't sleep at all. You know, it's like I keep getting up every hour. But when that happened to me, I mean, they poked me hard in my shoulder. I'm like, you know, I look and no one's there. You know, and I'm.
You know what, Michelle? I think the problem having sleeping is because of this whole situation.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
think
it's traumatic.
It's traumatic what you've been through. It's only been July and it's traumatic, so that's probably why you don't sleep. But he's around you, and he definitely is the one poking you. He's at the bed with you every night, so you should definitely start writing things down with him and talking to him at night because
You'll have a huge story there, Michelle. And one of the things I might, talk to you about is you might want to look into somatic experience therapy. That might help you because it's pretty traumatic. It's very traumatic, actually, what you went through. And it makes me wonder if you've picked up a little of what he went through as well, if you've somatized what he went through. So because you said he was electrocuted, that's big.
Yeah.
I would,
yeah.
I would, it's called traumahealing.org, traumahealing.org. Okay. And you look at that and you put your zip code in and you can find a good somatic person because it's only been,
Michelle,
2 months, 3 months? July is nothing, honey.
Yeah,
And I think he's poking you. I have chills everywhere.
I know.
I bet you are. I think that's why he's poking you, to get up, get some help. You know, that he's okay on the other side. He's fine. But it's you I know he's concerned about. So just do that if you could. Do you have children too?
All right. They're all adults now. They're in their 30s and stuff. I live in Wisconsin too. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, there's some great somatic people in Milwaukee. Some great somatic people there. Okay. So please, look that up. Okay, because I know that you need that help.
Right.
Thanks for calling.
Michelle. God bless you, sweetheart. Okay, and Megan Tyler's asking about dreaming about trains at train stations. And is that about traveling, or what is that?
Yeah, well, it depends.
Changing schedules and being aware of changing schedules.
Exactly. And it's movement in the world. So some people might dream about a plane, some might train, some might be a bus. Anytime you have a dream that you're in something moving, that is your vehicle in the world. It's actually you. So right now he's having dreams of trains. It's him in the world moving in a train, as in a train. That's interesting way, because trains represent something that's slightly different. It's other people in a train. It's almost old-fashioned. It's almost old-fashioned.
And then someone said, this is an interesting one. They have their hat tugged off. This is Kathleen. She says, I have my hair tugged often. What are dreams of hair, Kellee? Speaking of hair, Kellee, what about dreams of someone pulling your hair?
Oh my God.
Or dreams of hair?
Well, what is hair? I should know that one. Hair, I mean, is how you feel about yourself, maybe.
I also I did a hair report in college on hair. I did. I swear.
No, a hair report.
And it was all about the subconscious mind, and it's about how you look at yourself.
That's what I think it's about. How you look at
the world. And hair tugging, I was just someone's in your space, someone's trying to get a part of you.
Absolutely.
Someone's trying to get a part of you.
Yeah. Huh. That's a good one, though.
Yeah. Another call?
Okay. Let's take another call.
Join us in a recurring dream. You have to pay attention to your dreams. You have a recurring dream, pay attention to it.
Because you're getting a message. Right. You know, whatever that reoccurring, write the theme down and then pay attention, because you need to deal with whatever that is they're trying to tell you about. You're trying to tell yourself about. Okay.
Okay, Cheryl, you're live in the studio. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Kellee and James.
Hi, Cheryl.
I have had a couple of dreams where my husband, who is deceased, would be walking, and I could see him in one of the dreams, but he could not see me. In the other one, he could see me, and he just blew me a kiss. But in both cases, the person that he was walking with died within a few days. And then I had a dream where he came, and he and I went to where he was, and it was gorgeous. I could see it, but I couldn't go in. And we sat down and talked and had a cup of coffee, which is really strange. But we just had a great conversation, and it was absolutely stunningly beautiful. And then he walked off, and I had to go back here.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's something that's fairly recent, and I don't really understand it, and it makes me a little uneasy because when I dream about him with someone, I always wonder, you know, in a few days, am I going to get that call?
No. Wow.
Not every time, but you know, maybe he was just giving you a heads up on of those two people. But the fact that he met with you, had coffee, took you to this beautiful place, I mean, that's
Showed
one
you
of the
where he was. That's a gift.
greatest gifts ever.
And I think that dream meant, sweetheart, I think what that was with Cheryl, he wanted to tell you that he was helping those two people over. And I
Yes.
think part of his job or his mission is to help people over.
Yeah.
So those two people that passed, did he know? He knew them, didn't he?
He knew them and loved them very much. They were not family members, but we loved them like family.
Yeah. So he was helping them over. He was there for he was the reception party. He was one of the reception
Yeah.
parties. So I think he wants to tell you that he's going to be there. And I think another way, maybe he's going to be there when you go. That's another way of looking at it as well. So nothing to be afraid of. You're going to go to that beautiful special place, and he's going to be there to bring you over. But I don't feel anything you have to worry about. Guardian angel. He's your guardian angel, and he will let nothing happen to you. For sure. Yeah. He sits next to you at the TV. He sits next to you all the time as we're watching television.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well,
yeah.
that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Oh, it's a good thing. It's a blessed thing. Yeah. You feel very special. Yeah. Lots of love. Love continues on.
I have a quick one here. Joanna Gilmore says, "Can animals come to us in dreams?" Oh, you betcha.
Yes. All the time.
All the time. It's the best too. I love it to have a visit from one of my girls who've passed. I
Well,
love it.
I've also had dreams when I've been traveling in hotel rooms, and Maisie May, my daughter, she comes to me. She in dreams often when I was traveling, and I'd see her too. Sometimes I'd be in the waking state, and her body, she'd come right there and lie on my bed, and I'd see her very clearly, clairvoyantly, and that's really interesting too. But they can. Animals just fly and float and go out of the body so much easier than humans.
Yes.
I mean, oh my gosh, it is
Right.
amazing.
Wow. Wow. Let's see. What animal can animals wait a minute. Somebody said, can animals oh wait, David Vigiano. What does David say? I go through periods where I remember my dreams quite vividly. Bravo. Then there are times when I don't remember my dreams at all. I'm going through that right now. I haven't remembered a dream in weeks. Does that mean some things? Yes, it does, David. You're probably exhausted. Are you exhausted, honey?
It's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And you
Yeah.
can only weigh so much in your brain. You can only take so much in. But definitely keep a dream journal, David. That would help. And just don't overdo it. I think sometimes we can't remember dreams. We're overdoing it. So we just got to be and be careful of that.
That's true. And I go through periods myself where I don't recall. Do you ever do that? You know,
All the
sometimes
time I don't recall dreams. I know I've dreamt, but I don't remember what I've dreamt. And last night I had a dream about a friend of mine, and we're on the subway of New York together, and it was very interesting. And we're both going to visit our sisters, and it was during COVID. It was very interesting.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Mm.
subway traveling, in New York. It's interesting. I don't dream a lot of New York.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I have many contacting me from the other side, but this is all new to me. Where can I go to learn about my gifts? Oh, go to James's Mystical
Cool.
School of Arts.
Yeah.
That's
The
where you'll
James's
go.
Mystical Arts. I have that, and that's exactly where you should go and look into because there's so many courses there, and check it out. There's so many to talk about, but see which one resonates with you. It's a great start. My brother passed 3 years ago from Colette. My brother passed 3 years ago. He is much older than me, but I often dream we are together as children in our local park and rowing a boat in the lake. Exactly. They will come back in a younger way. They go back to a younger memory, a happy memory. So when you think of them as a happy memory. They always want us to think of them as happy memories, not sad memories.
And often they do come back younger, right? Come back looking
Often,
younger.
always. I mean, very often. I mean, it's just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We dream our lovers usually very young, and children grow up, so we might see that also.
Right. But Carrie Brown says,
I was just saying that about the
oh,
maze.
I love that because I was thinking of Maisie, and when I saw that, what about being in a maze and you can't get
Can't
out?
get
Well,
out.
it's a great one. You've got a lot going on too. I mean, it's something you have to figure out. What is the maze about? What's your life about? What's
And
going on in your life that you need to figure out?
and what are you not looking at? And
Exactly.
looking for the exit. So what
Mhm.
what solution is there, but you're not looking at it correctly. So maybe you have to change your perception of
Yes.
something. Maybe you have to do something you're not comfortable with. Maybe you have to say something to somebody. It's that sort of thing because you keep on playing over and over again in your head. There is a way out, but you have to change it up a little bit.
Right. Crystal Lynn, this is a good one. She screams and no sound comes out. I have had that so many times. Have you ever had that, James?
I haven't had that one particularly, but I have had this sense of night terror type of thing where someone's near me or something. I can't get away from them.
Well, let's talk about that for a second because so many people ask me that somebody comes to them in the middle of the night and they want to kind of wrestle them, or I've heard even have sex with them. I mean, I've heard all kinds of
Oh,
things.
I've had that. I've had that. But when I was first developing, I had that. Oh yeah. Oh
Well,
yes, I certainly did.
how do you explain that?
Well, that to me was when I was in development. So Kundalini was
Okay.
rising, and that's how I explained that.
Oh,
And that was
okay.
like the sexual energy, the third chakra, and the fourth chakra. You remember the Kundalini rises. A lot of people don't have rise it fully all the way to the top of the crown.
Yeah.
They leave it like people that are in power, egomaniacs,
Right.
control freaks. They keep it in the third chakra, that power center, and that's all it stays in.
Right.
And then you got to bring all the way up to the crown. So
And the Kundalini energy basically is your vital life force that
vital
comes
life
straight
force.
up.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. So you have to let it go out. You can't let it stay in one place.
So FV says, James, do the spirits come to you more in your dreams or just randomly throughout the day?
No, I have a agreement with the spirit world where I'm like a radio, and when I'm ready to work, I turn the radio on and listen, and when I don't, they don't bother me. Although, saying that, there have been times where I've been doing yoga and or working out with a trainer, and all of a sudden his grandmother comes in and said, "I'm so happy you didn't go into the army like you were planning on going because you would be here right now." And then a song came on in yoga, and I said the name Alma, and I said, "Oh, Alma." And then my yoga instructor, because that's my grandmother, who I love very much. Her name is Alma. She was so close to me, so when she's here. But that happened when my mind was at rest, when it wasn't. So, and
Yeah.
that just happens to all of us, and,
Yeah.
and that's okay. I don't mind it, but they don't bombard me. That's for sure.
Mhm.
And they shouldn't. That's not the way it should be.
Right, right. Robin Gainey Barbary says, I dreamt that a strong Native American Indian walked up to my front door and I woke up. Any thoughts? Yes, spirit
Guy,
guide.
definitely a guy.
That was a no-brainer.
No brainer, easy one. Yeah.
Ask him his name. Ask him his name.
And how does he help you? How does he guide you? What
Right,
does he guide you with?
right, right.
Here's something. Stella, what does it mean when you know there is someone standing around above beside you during your sleep? I think they probably are. I think you have to remember that you're out of your body. You're probably in spirit world, astral world, and spirits are around you. But your conscious mind is going to interpret it in that way. That you're still in your consciousness of the body, but yet you're not. You're around these beings that are around you. That's what it is. I think.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're right. Renee, should we take another call?
Sure, no problem. Let me see here. Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, James. It's Renee.
Hi, Renee.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So my question is this. I didn't think of anything of it, and then I started thinking more of it. So with me, my dreams, if I remember them, there's something literally going on. I'm the person that dreamt I was pregnant and had 2 babies each time. So my dreams, for the most part, are pretty literal. So I'm dreaming over the last year about one particular person, and a male person, not a guide, somebody that I've never met, but I know that I'm dreaming, and I feel him there the way I see you both right now. It's that clear. And I'm just kind of wondering, being the person that generally my dreams are kind of
Prophetic.
come true, if you will, when I'm
Prophetic.
dreaming about people in
I think it
particular.
might be some Renee. I think it might
I'm
be
wondering
someone you're
if
gonna meet. I think it'll be a man you're going to meet. That's what
Yeah,
I think.
I would say the
It's,
same thing.
it's
Yeah.
going to be an important person in your life you're going to meet. It's this male figure you're going to meet in your life. It's going to have an impact in your life that you're
Mhm.
going to meet. Yeah, and you're destined to meet this person.
Yeah.
That's what I would say it is, especially because you have prophetic dreams.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely say that. All right.
Great.
Thanks, Renee.
Thanks, Renee.
Thanks.
Okay, another call?
Yes.
Okay, Kim, I'm going to bring you into the studio. You're live now. Go ahead. Ask your question.
So, yeah, signs and dreams.
Hello, Kim. Go ahead. Ask your question. You're live.
Kim might have be
Okay.
shy.
I think Kim is shy. So let me see. We have more callers, so that's easy.
Well, before you do that, any thoughts about dream catchers? Joanne Wilson says. That's an interesting question.
What do you think about dream catchers, Kelly?
Well, I mean, it's a Native American culture that I actually have dream catchers all over. I think it's
What does it mean?
it's a thing where you put it up, and it's supposed to be that they catch your dreams. It will help you remember your dreams
And help them manifest, right?
and help them manifest.
I
Yeah.
have dream catchers. I do
So,
too. I
so
do.
do it. I think it's great.
And it helps you remember that. Yeah,
Right.
remember it.
Oh, Arlene Duweber says, I meet celebrities in my dreams. We were just talking about that before we went on air. Celebrities in your dreams. And so that could be something that maybe it's a characteristic that you like. It could be making you feel a little more important or less important. I mean, really look at who the person is that you're dreaming about. You know, I'll never forget, I had a friend that was not Republican or Democrat, really, and she had a dream about Ronald Reagan. I said, what was that about? She said, I have no idea. He was so friendly to me. Isn't that wild?
Characteristic of that.
Yeah.
I had a dream about a celebrity once. And I actually knew her in real life. And it was Audrey Meadows from the Honeymooners. And we were good friends, and I helped her pass over. That's a whole other story. But we were just good friends. I promised I'd be there when it was her time to go, and it actually worked out. So the spirit that it worked out that way, and I was able to. And it's a whole long story. I won't go into it now. But I had a dream about her about a year after she passed, I guess. And it was really interesting. I was in an audience, and there was a banquet, and they were honoring Audrey at the front. And in the middle of it, she's up there, and she waves to me like that and winks at me like, thank you. And that was pretty interesting.
Oh, and she had already passed, though.
Very fast, about a year probably.
Oh, I've had many dreams with people at banquets, James.
Wait, wow, is that amazing? We got that.
Banquets. It's to me, when it's about being on the other side, when I think of banquets, on the other side where they're having a celebration.
Yes, exactly
Some
right.
sort of celebration.
Celebrating their life that they've just lived on the earth, the influences that they've made on the earth, people that they've reached on the earth, the rippling effect, the good work they've done on the earth. I think it's really that. I really do think it's a celebration of the life they've lived. I really get that sense.
Right. Wow.
Now, this is an interesting one. I don't know. I just heard this in my head, so thank you. One of my guides said, this is interesting. And I agree with this guide. So this is actually one of my helpers who helped me write a book, I guess. Just said to me, tell the people here that if they're interested in writing a book, that they can go in their dream state to a world, to a space here where they have books or manuscripts there in a lot, like a Lucid library said, and ask them, this is interesting, in their dream state, that if they wanted to write a dream or write a different type of book with a different subject or look at some very different thing, to ask, and you'll go there in your dream state to this place and you'll pick out the book that you need to write.
Well, I'm going to do that tonight.
Do that. And it's a different
I
type of
love
subject.
that.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing they just said to me. So
Oh my God, that's wild.
Yeah, the halls of learning over there, and go pick out some kind of a subject, which it might not even be a subject we know fully here, but bring it back down to this earth and see how it opens up. Very interesting, isn't it?
Great guide.
I
Thank
love that.
you. Somebody said I had a dream about Richard Dawson. I think that's great. He says it was hot, and I woke up and said out loud, "Richard Dawson."
I love this by Tim Paul Hatter says, life on earth, as we know, is quite enough of a bad dream, so to speak. So for me, dreaming is like 99% great. I agree. I
Oh,
agree.
so Michelle Silberman says, when you dream on a different language, is that usually a past life memory? Wow.
No,
Now
could
that's
be. Could
could
be.
be.
Could be. Could be.
Absolutely. I've never had that one, but it certainly could be.
It could
Um,
be.
Monica says, seeing blue tulips everywhere in my dreams. So that's something lovely. I mean, blue is peace and tulips.
Expression,
And
creativity,
exactly, exactly.
and
That's a
that's
great dream, actually.
designing and making things grow.
Right, right.
Expressing yourself through that design and letting things grow and letting your voice, your creativity out to make things grow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so true. Um, let's see.
Okay,
How
here's what so
okay.
creative riches. I always dream about houses and various rooms in houses. Most of them are houses. I have never ever dreamt, but they all have doors that lead to many rooms. Can I just go into this because I do an
Oh,
exercise about this?
please.
Okay, so everybody here that's watching or listening, this is what I want you to do. So close your eyes, and what I like to do is it says open house. So it's a Sunday afternoon, and there's an open house. So to imagine yourself in a car. You can be with someone if you want, and I want you to just drive around a road in an area that you'd like to have a house, like a new house for you. And as you go in this road, you see there's a house, house of your dreams, we could say, and it's an open house. And I want you to go and look and see the kind of house it is. And you're welcome to go inside. But I want you to pay attention to all the details of the house. So become aware of, is there a porch? What does the front door look like? What room does it go into? And you can take now and look around that house. It's an open house, but each room, spend time in the living room. Is there a dining room, a kitchen, a sitting room, a sun deck, whatever it is? Just walk around. And some houses might have just one floor, some have two floors. You're welcome to go anywhere you can to different bedrooms and walk all around the house or different floors, wherever you are. And there's going to be one room in particular that you feel you want to stay in, okay? And just gravitate to that one room that you feel more comfortable. And what activity might you be doing in that room? So kitchen or living room or bathroom or bedroom, what is an activity of some kind that you're involved in? And front of the house or back of the house, side of the house, whatever it is. Okay, so there we are. So once you're done, great. Now you can open your eyes. There we go. So people that have had, let's say they went to a living room and it was it means you need a little bit more be careful of yourself and give yourself the rest that you need, but also have activities that feed your soul, that feed your heart, because the living room is supposed to give you life, okay, and make you rest as well. So do something you really comfortable with that feeds your soul. Now, if you're Kelly, where were you? What room were you in?
Well, I was not in the kitchen, I can assure you of that. I have cooked enough.
Yeah.
I was actually outside looking at the ocean in the
Okay,
front
so
porch in
that
front.
means something else. Okay, so if you're in the kitchen, it means cooking up new ideas for yourself.
Okay.
Okay, if it was a dining room, you'd like to serve others, and if it was a bedroom and you're on the bed, again, obviously you need more rest. If there are people there with you in the bedroom, you need to take time for yourself. If you're in the bathroom, I always end up in a bathroom. It means to look like it's a cleansing period in your life. Always cleansing period in your life. If you're in the attic, it means that you're into the past. So it's the antiques, looking up the past. And if you're in the basement, it tends to mean that you're looking in your past, the subconscious. Things have not been looked at in your subconscious. Okay. Attic is a sentimental. If you're again in the back of the house, back porch, in the back, it's your past. Look at the past. In the front of the house, it's your future. And
That's where I was.
and at the side, you haven't made up your mind yet. And if it's like a garden place or a greenhouse, there you like things to nurture. You need more peace and nurturing in your life. And if you're in a place where you have like a relaxing, like a dartboard or something, it means more relaxation. So it's what you need. So yeah, it's interesting.
I love that.
Yeah, I go more and more, but that's basically what it is. And, yeah, the open house.
Oh my God, the open house. I love that. That is amazing. Thanks for that one.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. So let's see. Let's see.
A lot of people, you want to create a call or comments? Somebody
Yeah.
comments.
Should we take a call, Renee?
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. My son dreams of our family dog that passed over. Believes yes, the family dog visiting. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
John, we have John. John, go ahead. You're live in the studio.
Hi, John.
Hi, Renee, and Hi, James.
Hi.
I have a question about the presentation or the visitation in dreams of spirit guides and angels. I had a really profound experience last week where I had a dream where I felt an energy come through me, and I felt the incredible warmth and love and joy, and it expanded my chest to the point where, you know, it like ballooned out, and all this white light was coming out of me. And then I felt some other energy that was beside me that sort of hands went underneath and lifted me up off the bed, and sort of like, you know, it was almost sort of a weightless state. And it was a lucid state based on all the things you're saying. And I ended up just waking myself up by just saying, thank you, spirit guides, because I thought it was spirit guides that were visiting, but I'm not sure what type of visitation that was.
I definitely think you met with your spirits guides, no doubt about it. Especially with this white light involved, there's that expansion feeling, the feeling of love, that feeling of connection. Definitely spirit guides, without a doubt. And also, John, I would like to say to you to definitely use a dream journal. And I think that your guides want to have strong communication with you. So I also pick up that there's a philosophy guide who wants to speak through you or work through you. Philosophy guide who wants to inspire you. So pay particular attention to your guides coming in your dreams. It's a great way to connect with them, and I think you're ready for that. Does that make sense that you're ready now in your evolution right now, John? Is it time that you're ready for this? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm going through a pretty significant spiritual and creative transformation right now, and I'm starting to write a book.
Well, all of
the energy is really flowing.
Well, all of you. Well,
sorry?
there you go. So there. That's why, because they're working with you. You know, they write the book. We're just the vessels. So the more you're open to that and connection with the guides, the stronger the connection will be to write the book, and the easier it's going to flow and flow and flow. The energy of your book will change. Watch from this point on how the energy of the book changes. The story of what's going to be told, it'll be kind of pushed up to another notch. So they're working with you. That's definitely a validation. Kellee?
Oh, 100%. I was just thinking that. And what a strong guide, what strong guides you have.
And you're very intuitive. You're very, very
Yeah.
mediumistic and psychic, and you really are. So I guess you have to accept that, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I've led a pretty rational life. I'm a tech guy, and I'm very, straightforward sort of life. And now all this is happening, and it's a little bit.
Here you go, Mr. Left Brain.
Yeah.
The right world. Yes.
Here you go.
But you need that. You need that background, the tech background, the left brain, because now you can balance it out with the right brain. Now imagine what that book's going to be about. It's not going to be as technical as
That's right.
There's going to be some philosophy in there. There's going to be some theory in there. So you can do a great job. So, and I think one thing I love about you, John, your energy, you're open-minded, which is great.
Yeah.
You're an open-minded person, so they can work more with you, which is great. Congratulations. I think it's going to be great.
So should I? Thank you.
Yes,
should I
you
follow
should.
Some of the advice you have for like meditating and reaching out to your spirit guides?
100%. 100%. And I have a book about it, and also on my website is in school is a course about working with your guides. It's a good course. It's not too long, of course, so you could definitely do that. You definitely should. It'll give you techniques and methods to connect with the guides and work with them. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, great.
Thanks,
Thanks,
John.
Look forward to hearing from you again.
Oh, that was a great call.
Yeah, great call for sure.
I love that when somebody gets to be open like that.
Kellee, what about when people see they want to ask about numbers? They keep repeating numbers over and over and over again.
Well, let's look at the numbers. Depending on what it is, if it's 111, you're probably going to have something new
experience.
New experience. 555 is a change. 777 is a very spiritual number. So it all depends on what the number is.
Right.
So let's look it up.
Well, what books do you know about numbers?
I don't know I use a lot of numerology books, but I don't really know. Go online. You can Google angel numbers. They'll tell you. It says a lot online for that. 1111 is always something new is going to happen.
New beginning.
It's your soul has been programmed to know that when you see that, something new is going to happen. 333 are the ascended masters. So that means that ascended masters are trying to come and talk to you.
And 444 is spirit as
well.
Angels. Yeah.
Angels. Yeah.
999s are over. So
endings, then you'll have a new beginning. So, and often you'll see 000, and that's actually God telling you that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. So whenever I see that, used to be like I used to drive before COVID a lot. So I would see all the numbers. I used to play a game while I was driving, especially if I'd go out to see you, James. I'd go, okay, what numbers am I going to see? And I put 111, then it'd be 222 and 333. One time I was driving to see you in Palm Springs and I got stuck behind a car. And I was late because there was a big car accident, and the license plate in front of me said JVP 911. I actually took a picture of it and I sent it to you, and I said, I don't know if I'm going to get there in time. So Spirit always has a way of having fun with us.
Always. If we look for it, they'll show it to us without a doubt. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, James, I think our time is up.
Our time is up. Okay. Well, thank you, Kellee. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank
Really.
you, James. We'll have
Thanks,
a great topic next week for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. God bless and tune in next.
You've been listening to Both Sides Now and Beyond, featuring spiritual medium and master teacher James Van Praagh and spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
The James and Kellee Show.